YouTube, it's your boy Blue. I'm here with none other than the Prince of Pan-Africanism, Dr. Umar Johnson. What's going on with you, kid?
Peace and love, black man. Glad to be out here, Long Island, Hempstead. Thanks for coming out, showing the love. I see I'm going to have to start spending more time out here in these parts of the world, Suffolk County, Long Island, so forth, or what have you. But it's been a good day. Thank you to all those brothers and sisters out there who have been supporting my work for the last 20 years.
Now, I do boxing. I'm a boxing journalist. I do sports. I just wanted to get your perspective on why we see so many black athletes getting these $200 million contracts, $100 million contracts, but they're afraid and they're hesitant to give back to the community. What's your thoughts on that, and what can we do to get them to not be so afraid?
They're afraid of the consequences. They understand what the white man operates because they sit right next to him. Black people at the upper echelon of the economic order in the black community, they understand white supremacy better than we do because they are at the table. And because they're right there, their fear significantly eclipses our own fear. They understand that the only thing they're allowed to do with their money is have fun with it, take care of their families. They cannot systematically or structurally do anything for black people without taking some sort or making some sort of an economic or political sacrifice. I think they should still do it, but they love their careers more than they love black people. You understand? But they understand that there's a cost to be paid for trying to help black people when you're that high on the economic totem pole. And unfortunately, none of them really have the guts to step out and do what's right.
Now we see that I heard you earlier. You alluded to the fact that LeBron James with Nike stepped in. He was going to give Anthony Davis number 23. They stepped in. They told him no. What would be the solution for us as blacks? I'm a part of a community, the LDBC, is the Lions Den boxing community. We were in Houston, Texas last 2 weeks ago. We had 200 black men at a barbershop. We gave free haircuts, free mommy makeovers, things of that nature. We had over 200 people there. But what would be your advice for some guys like us that's trying to, have effect on the black athletes?
Okay. Well, number one, I think we have to start petitioning them directly. A lot of us, the fans, if you would, the larger community, don't really feel comfortable reaching out and trying to establish a line of communication to hold them accountable. We have to hold them accountable. They're still part of the black community. I understand that they are commodities within the larger white economic construct, but at the same time, they come from us. They are of us. Their talent is 100% unapologetically African. So we have to reach out and let them know, the same way we should be doing with the pastors of the churches and the imams of the masjid. You have an obligation to the collective. And we have to let all the athletes and entertainers know, including these gangster rappers who are wasting a lot of money on expensive, useless European goods. They also have an obligation to do for their communities. So we have to start reaching out, holding them accountable, and if necessary, exposing them to the public. Not to disrespect them, but to expose and say, listen, we reached out to these brothers and they didn't even respond to us. They are not larger than life. They're still people at the end of the day. We can still respect their celebrity and still hold them accountable to the people.
I thank you. I appreciate you, King. Peace and blessings. Appreciate you coming to our community.
No doubt.
Appreciate you putting everything on the line. I'm a big fan of Marcus Garvey. I'm a big fan of Malcolm X. And I just want to say, from the people, that we appreciate you and we appreciate what you're doing. Could you just give a little, for the people that don't know, maybe in the sports world, about the school and things of that nature?
Yes, indeed. We have the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy in Wilmington, Delaware, 2 schools that we purchased this past February. Beautiful schools, but they do require a degree of restoration and renovation. We need $1 million in order to restore the school to operational capacity, get the certificate of occupancy so we can start doing work and organizing inside the school. So if anybody wants to make a donation to the FDMG Academy, please mail it 9634 Wilmington, Delaware 19809. I repeat, FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9634 Wilmington, Delaware 19809. At present, we're trying to raise $1 million, but if we can get $500,000, we can restore 2 of the buildings. If we can get $250,000, we can restore at least 1 of those buildings. My goal and my hope is to restore at least 1 of the 2 schools, because we have 4 buildings total, 2 schools. My hope is to restore the Marcus Garvey building by November the 1st when the weather starts to get chilly, so we can get in there and start organizing the people. It's about nation building. And in order to nation build, you got to have space. We have space, but we got to restore it. Please make your donation. If you need to contact Dr. Umar, drumarjohnson.com, Instagram and Twitter at Dr. Umar Johnson. Phone number 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858. Garveyism forever. Unify or die. Black power.
Appreciate you, King.